Hi, my name is Kim and I'm currently on a 5-week road trip around Scotland. Here I spend my time walking along beautiful beaches, exploring old castle ruins, as well as just enjoying the beautiful countryside there is on offer. If you want to follow me on my adventures, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you out there. Wonderful good morning to you all. I've just checked out of my hotel and I'm gonna get on the way shortly. Now, before we start properly driving west, I've got one of my favorite breakfast spots to go to first. So I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I am a big fan of Tim Hortons. Love their coffee, and they do some great breakfast specials. So here in Scotland, Tim Hortons you'll pretty much only find in the central belt. So while we're still down here, definitely got to take advantage of that, stop for some breakfast. Then yeah, because once we're kind of back away from the bigger cities here, there won't be another Tim Hortons opportunity for a while. I'm ready for some breakfast, so let's go. Okay, that was a great breakfast spot. At Tim Hortons basically for breakfast, so until 11:30. If you get pretty much any drink, you can get any of their mains and a hash brown for £1. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal. And I absolutely love their French vanilla lattes. And then yeah, get breakfast for £1 on top of that, which is great. Now it's time to really start heading west. I just need to stop at a petrol station, need to fill up with gas, and so I've done a fair bit of driving already. And we've got a good chunk to drive today, so I'm not gonna be stopping at tons of different places because I don't want to arrive too late basically tonight. But I've just taken a little detour down into Glen Finglas. So we are now in the Trossachs National Park. And yeah, we're just gonna head up to a little viewpoint. Now it's a pretty small, the road's not in the best condition to get up to kind of the top parking area here, but you can easily park down in the town of Duncragan and have a little bit of a longer walk up, probably only an extra half mile or so. But yeah, from here, let's head off. Right here you can see where I've parked, and as I said, this is I can see it's closed up there. This is as far up as you're allowed to drive. And what I've got here in front of me is why I decided to take my little break up here, and this is the reason. So this here is the Glen Finglas Dam and Power Station. Now, I know it doesn't look super impressive, but if you get lucky and you're here on a day where they need to release a lot of water, the water will come down this wall here, and I've seen it on videos and it looks really cool. Now, like you say, see, unfortunately today it's not happening, but it's still a really nice little place for a quick walk. And I'm just gonna head to the top of the dam just to see if we can get a little bit of a view. And we are on top of the dam, and there's some really good views down into Glen Finglas. Not too much to see down the other side, but yeah, as I said, if that water's flowing over the dam, you get a pretty good view from up here as well. This was a nice little stop, perfect to stretch the legs for a minute. But yeah, let's head back down to the car. Now, I really don't mind driving, I quite like driving, but it's the sitting for hours that I don't enjoy. So yeah, which is why on longer drives I do very much enjoy, you know, driving for an hour, hour and a half, and then stopping somewhere where I can just stretch legs for a little bit. Yeah, and this was a perfect spot. Obviously, it is like a 15-minute each way diversion, which adds to your driving, but I think it's worth it. And then to get up to the dam from kind of the top parking lot, I would say 10 to 15 minutes, depending how fast you walk. So yeah, it's really not far. And obviously on the way down, it's going to be quicker again. Now just past halfway up towards the dam, I've just spotted this little sign here, which says waterfall. So let's have a look what kind of waterfall that is. So the little waterfall is nice, nothing too impressive, but nice to look at. But the reason it is quite famous is because at this waterfall, the painters, or let me just make sure I get that right, the painter John Millis painted a very famous portrait of John Ruskin. And now on the way back to the car. Right next to where I parked, there's also a really good information board here. So we've literally just done this little viewpoint walk, but there's plenty of bigger walks from this area. There's also some leaflets here, and yeah, good spot of information if you're up here. But for me, it's time to get going and drive back down the road. I was just driving back down to the main road, and I just couldn't resist stopping here for a few minutes. One of the little parking areas down by Loch Menachor, and I'm just gonna sit on that bench there and eat some biscuits. It was nice and sunny for a few minutes, nice and warm sitting on that bench, but the sun has just dipped behind some clouds again, and as soon as the sun goes, it just gets a bit cold. But yeah, nice little stop, had a few biscuits, now time to keep driving. Ready to get going again, and this time I'll definitely make it back to the main road. I'm gonna drive for another hour or so, and then I'm gonna have my late lunch stop, which will be at a cafe I've been to before. And yeah, I'll show you. I'm sure you're gonna love it as well. I'm still about 20 minutes away from my lunch stop, but I had such slow drivers in front of me, and there's kind of just too many cars coming the other way to overtake on this section. And it usually doesn't bother me that much if someone's driving a little bit slowly, but I don't know. It's a 60-mile-an-hour road. If you need to slow down for the corners, whatever. But if you have a clear straight section in front of you and you can't even speed up to like 50 miles an hour, it gets really annoying, especially if you've got a fair distance to drive. And yeah, I'm just like, if you're not comfortable doing anywhere close to like the speed limit, maybe you shouldn't be driving. I don't know, sorry, might be a controversial option, but it's just I was stuck behind some couple of like quite a while. And they're also, you know, if you're doing 40 miles an hour on a 60 road, like as I said, not even speeding up when it's straight, but then you go through a town where it's down to 30 miles an hour and you keep going at 40, I think you might need some more driving lessons. Sorry, rant over. But yeah, I just stopped here for a minute because at this little lay-by, you've got a pretty good view of the Glenogle Viaduct. Let me show you. There we have it behind me. So this has all been changed into a cycle and walking path. If you do the Rob Roy way, you'll come through here. But it is an old railway line. And it's the old line that used to go from Callander via Cronlarrick and then onto Oban. Obviously the Cronlarrick to Oban line is still open, but the rest of the section here to Callander has not been in use since the 60s. But yeah, the viaduct is still standing. It's been turned into a great walking route. And yeah, just wanted to show you the view from here. And we are finally here. This drive just felt like it was taking forever. It was only just over an hour, but I think just as that when you have slow people in front of you, it drags on a bit. But yeah, we are at the Artisan Cafe, which is between Cronlarrick and Tyndrum. And I have been here before, like I've said, and yeah, I know especially they've got awesome cakes. I've not really tried the rest of their food yet, but I'm sure they're, I think they've got soups and paninis and stuff, which I'm going to try today. But yeah, there's a couple of cars parked here. It's not a big place, so I hope there's space to sit inside. But yeah, let's have a look. Right, that was fantastic. Like you've seen, it's in an old church building, and yeah, so I had kind of just something small, really, like a smaller lunch, and it was hummus and red pepper in a ciabatta roll, then just some coleslaw and crisps on the side, and it tasted really good. You know, when the food just tastes nice and fresh, basically. So yeah, always definitely recommend this. You know, often these smaller types of places are amazing. I didn't take any today, but like I said, they also have awesome cakes. But yeah, I've had a lot of cake recently, and we've not really done much today, so I'll leave cake again for my next hiking day. But yeah, little note, they're usually open Friday through Monday, so not every day. So before heading here, just you know, just double check if they're open or not. And also, this is only about, I think, like a 10-minute side trip from the West Highland Way. When I did the West Highland Way earlier this year, unfortunately, came through here on a day where they were closed. Otherwise, it would have definitely been a little side trip for me. But yeah, if you're doing the West Highland Way and you happen to come past on one of their open days, I can definitely recommend a pit stop here. But that's it for lunch. On we go. Still got a good hour's drive to go. And we're doing one more stop. All right. And here we are at Kilchurn Castle car park. Now, I know the castle is not fully open. I'm pretty sure parts of it are roped off, but I want to go have a look and see what's accessible. I mean, there is a tour bus, like a little minibus parked behind me, so hopefully that means there is something to be seen, and we'll check it out. So made it to the castle. As expected, you can't go inside, but it looks like you can kind of walk around the outside of it here, so I'm just gonna have a look. Oh yeah, looks like this castle has been battered by the elements a bit. Basically there is a sign around the corner and it says the masonry and stuff needs to be properly assessed, and then probably repair works need to be done before it's going to be made accessible again for people, which is, you know, fair enough. But yeah, even from out here it looks really cool. And then I said the setting of it kind of halfway out into this loch here behind us is pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, you can walk around the outside of it here to see the castle from all sides, but it is pretty boggy. So I probably should have put on different shoes, but we'll make do. But yeah, this side I think is the biggest one. Right, when you look kind of on the right hand side, so when you look at the castle, it's incredibly foggy. And then I'm just wearing my running trainers, which are not waterproof. So you can, if you walk quite far around here, the ground's more solid, but right by the castle it's super wet. But yeah, around the other side it's fine. But yeah, this side here gives you a bit of a better view. There we go. But yeah, so a little woodland here as well. Oh yeah, gotta try to get back onto the main path there without getting my feet completely soaked. Right, could not find anywhere to get through this section here without sinking my ankle deep in. But kind of once your foot gets wet, I just decided to stomp through, because yeah, once the foot's wet, it's wet. Luckily I'm traveling with all my belongings. Once I get back to the car, I'll just change my shoes and socks. But yeah, if you want to avoid that and you haven't got waterproof shoes on, better idea is definitely just to walk back around the back of the castle, because the other side here is dry. I'll just have a quick peek through some of these lower windows here, see if there's anything we can see. Yeah, a little bit off the inside. Not much. Ooh, these ones here are closed. But yeah, not much. But the castle looks cool from the outside as well. And the other thing I've not even talked about yet, why this is a pretty good stop anyway, as I'm sure you've seen on the way in, there are Highland Cows in the fields around here. We've just walked straight past them on the way in, but we'll stop again on the way back. And here we are back with the Highland Cows. Let me just get a better angle. Still see the castle behind me. But we are. It's such a funny thing, but I just love the look of them. They're just so cute. Right, I'm back at the car. Changed my shoes and changed my socks, so my feet are nice and dry again. Because I hate wet feet. It's one of those things. It's fine most of the time if I'm out walking. Even if it's the middle of the summer, I wear waterproof boots because yeah, I like being able to splash through the puddles, but I don't like having wet feet. But yeah, lesson learned. Next time, go back around the long way instead of trying to find a shortcut. And yeah, nice little castle. And now it's pretty much a straight shot to Oban for us, where I'm staying for the next couple of nights. Gonna drive the last half an hour or so to Oban and then check into our room.